RowdCAST contains adult languages, adult themes, and adult situations. Viewer discretion is advised.
No! No! No!
Entering the RowdCAST, an online radio podcast brought to you by me, your host, Rowdy Radloff, live from Toledo, Ohio, doing it like I always do, bringing you the best of the best, often imitated, never duplicated, the one, the only, the motherfucking RowdCAST. From the internet, uncensored, unfiltered, saying whatever the hell I want to say, when I want to say it. You know how this goes. Welcome to the show. Yo. Rowdy Radloff. This is another Sunday, another episode of the RowdCAST. I'm the one and only Rowdy Radloff, sitting here in the new studio in Toledo, Ohio, with a guest, Matt Strauss. Welcome to the RowdCAST.
How we doing?
Pretty good, man. I'm kind of glad that you showed up, because I thought maybe you were flaking on me. I've had a bunch of guests flaking on me. I was going to talk a bunch of shit, but you showed up, so I'm glad you're here, man.
Well, I was running late. We had a problem with directions.
I was gonna say somebody gave you wrong directions too, so I don't know who did that.
I don't know who gave me the wrong address.
Yeah,
was it you?
I got it. I think it was me.
Oh, it was you. It was you.
Attention next time.
Oh, jeez, yeah, it's not my fault, people. It's his fault.
It was all my fault, so I have to apologize, and that's why we're on a little bit later than usual. Usually the 8 o'clock slot is how I do it on Sundays, but we're back a little bit. But just sit back and enjoy, because I brought Matt on here because he contacted me about what he does and what he's got passion for now, and it's something that I enjoy and love. I wish I was funnier, but stand-up comedy is something he's been doing lately, and that really interests me. And when he hit me up about it, I definitely wanted to have him on. So I'm glad you're here, man. I want to know about what makes you tick and why you got into comedy.
Oh boy, lots of things make me tick. Usually it's I can't say that on the radio.
You can say whatever you want.
No, because my boss
show.
is listening.
Oh, okay.
My boss is listening, and I can't say a lot of things on the radio. So,
all right,
and my lawyer's not here. So I got to have him with me before any of this can go down, because there's stuff in litigation right now.
All right, that's understandable.
It's true story.
Okay, he's telling the truth. He can't say certain things that he wants to say because he's in trouble. Okay, all right, that's taken. But I am. I'd like to say I'm like a student of the game. Like I admire the greats because they're great. Just because I may not think all of them are the funniest, but I understand what comedy is now, and I respect it. I look at it a lot differently now that I'm more mature. So I'm sure that's how you think too. I'm sure you see comedy for its inner workings. But like, do you just sit there and something come to you and you kind of make a bit out of that or make a gig out of that, or do you write a lot? I mean, what's the process of the comedy that you do?
It's all newfound. What happened recently in my life, some bad stuff happened, and sometimes you go to certain places and things happen to you, and you find Jesus, and some people call it finding Christ. I don't know, I just found God, and I'm trying to do something positive with my life, and I think stand-up comedy, I don't see a lot of stand-up comics bringing Jesus in a positive way. Usually they're atheists, and they spit on it, so...
Yeah, that's something you also always hear is, like, you have to be dark, or you have to be in a dark place,
right,
or something
right.
to be a comic, or that's where comedy comes from, is,
right.
is like the clown's always crying,
yep.
You know, is that how it really is that way?
It is that way, and, you know, I lived that way for a long time. Every girl I've ever dated said I was probably going to end up blowing my head off, so...
Yeah.
You know, and that's, you know as well, the comedians, they have a reputation for being addicts and blowing their heads off and all kinds of stuff, so, I don't know, and I went to jail, found Jesus, and I'm going to do comedy and try not to blow my head off.
Yeah, well, I think you found a good outlet, because I absolutely love comics. Who are some of your favorite comics, like, you know, stand up?
Probably some of the same as yours. Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, Patrice is awesome.
Bill Burr.
I love Bill Burr. Yep.
And Rich Voss.
Yeah, you know, I like Rich Voss. I'm not that big of a fan of him.
I've seen him live. I've seen him live many times.
Oh, really?
I've seen him live many times.
He's awesome.
Nobody funnier.
Really?
Live. Nobody funnier live.
Really? I've never heard that before.
He does better crowd work than anybody I've ever seen.
Really?
I've seen D.L. Hughley live. He does great crowd work. Patrice live was great. I don't know. I'm just a big fan. So.
What about George Carlin?
I never really got into his stuff.
No, he's dark. You know,
I was Eddie Murphy guy. I was Eddie Murphy guy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was solid stand up.
Loved Eddie Murphy.
You like Robin Williams at all? He was kind of dirty.
I got it. I like that one movie. What was it? Dad of the Year. The Best Dad, Father of the Year, something like that.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
No, the one that
with Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a B movie.
I think I know what.
The guy from Police Academy, Bobcat, made it. He's a producer.
I don't know that one.
Anyway, he was in that movie. He played a teacher. His son killed himself jerking off, and then...
I know, definitely didn't see that
one.
one.
Oh my gosh, you guys got to see this
classic,
movie.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Dayton, look it up. What movie is it?
Oh, and we got another guy in the studio with us too, Dayton.
It's my driver, people. It's my driver.
His chauffeur that he
I don't have a license, so they took it away from me. I got my driver, Dady. Say hi, Dady. Hello. All right, he's not allowed to talk unless I let him.
Yeah, we told Dayton to be quiet in the studio while we're operating here. But so when you said that you found Jesus, and that's kind of put you on a different path and put you on the path to comedy.
Absolutely.
So are you pretty squeaky clean comic?
As far as my comedy, no.
Yeah.
No, and that's where I have to talk to my pastor and find out how this is going to go.
That's funny. That's funny as shit. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how I see myself. If I was ever a comic, like, I feel like that's what, like, if you would ever ask me, like, when I was growing up, if anybody asked me, what are you good at? I to make people laugh. That was always my go-to, was like, because I make anybody laugh. So, you know, I always, and that's why I admire you, because stand-up comedy to me is like, I want to do that. I want to go up there and kill. It's like, sometimes I feel like,
I admire you. I want to do radio.
Yeah.
I think I'd be better at doing radio.
You have a voice. You got a radio voice for sure.
Definitely.
Can tell that. I can tell. Without even hearing it, I know you have a radio voice. But yeah, man, I've admired radio my whole life. I don't know what it is, but I've always been drawn to it. When I was younger, we had a kid that I went to school with. He was like super smart. He was building computers out of his home when he was like 7th grade. Making money doing that, sending people invoices and shit. Right. He had 3 desktops in his computer or in his house. But me and him, he'd run a server, and we started an online radio station. And during school and everything, we'd broadcast it, and we'd have it running all day. So anybody at school, we could give them the IP address, and they could listen to little Winamp and pull it open and be our station playing songs and
You
hits
little
all day
scammers.
with our little.
Making your own radio station and stuff.
And that's what I did when I was in 7th grade. You know, I was obsessed with it. So then it came to this podcasting thing. I started getting into this and seeing how simple it was, and you know, and getting a lot of good feedback for it. And that's how I got into this, man. But podcasting is simple, dude. I can show you how to do that. That's standing up in front of a bunch of people, all looking at you. And, you know, you got to make them laugh. Like, it's, you know, some people go to a comedy show like, fuck this. I'm just going to sit here and I'm not going to laugh. This guy's not, who's this guy? Right. You know, and you got to be able to take those people and make them laugh. And that's why I admire that. I think that's tough to do. It is tough. You said, tell me about your experience. Your one experience that you had.
The first time. I broke my cherry, people. Last Tuesday, I went to the Office Bar in Norwalk and bombed horribly. But then I got a message. Some guy said he saw me and I killed. So what do you do? You know? I don't know. Some people like different types of humor.
Exactly. You know, and it's you just did it for your first time, so that you don't even have.
I'm not even down about it.
You have no nothing.
I'm not down about it.
You know,
I have Jesus.
Yeah,
I faith in Jesus.
You don't know. You don't. I mean, maybe you did fail. Maybe you did good. Maybe some people really thought you were funny.
I got a couple laughs.
Yeah, but. Do you are you working on like new material and stuff all the time? Are you coming up with new stuff?
I woke up the next day and wrote 5 pages instantly, just
really
right on the paper. Yep. You know, just woke up and I had to stop myself because it just kept coming out. So we'll see what happens, people.
Yeah, that's all you can do is just keep.
I think I've been possessed by a dead comedian or something.
Maybe I believe that. I believe that shit might happen, man.
I mean, I went to jail, found Jesus. Now I'm possessed by a dead comedian.
Let him write some jokes. Do you have any material you want to share? Or are you trying to save it?
Well, a lot of my material I can't talk about until after I go to court.
Gotcha.
So that's where the hang up is.
I see the smile on his face, man. He knows it must be solid.
My driver knows. That's why he's driving me around.
Man. So what? This is a good one. I'd like to hear your theory on. So you said you just found Jesus.
Yes.
And so what do you think about the whole equal rights marriage of the gays being able to get married? With you agree with that? With your religion?
Finding Jesus hasn't changed my opinion about that at all. People, I love gay people. They should be able to do whatever they want. Why do we care? Why are we still talking about it?
That's how I feel.
Why are we still talking about it?
Yeah.
Now that this dude, Obama, has said, okay, go ahead, people get married. Maybe we can stop talking about it now?
Yep.
Can we stop talking about it?
Yeah.
I mean...
That's the same thing I feel about racism, too. Like,
I know. Get over it, people.
Like, it doesn't matter what...
That's a whole...
person's a person, you know? Yeah. It's to me, it's just like, if you don't evolve as a person, if you haven't... It's 2015, and you haven't evolved enough to not worry about that shit, then it's like you don't even deserve to be a part of society.
Thank you.
Like that's part of.
I think we're gonna get along great. Gonna get along great.
Yeah,
This is gonna be awesome.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to the show, buddy. Yeah, man. So you're gonna do another gig. Then I take it where?
Yeah. Next Tuesday. At the Office Bar in Norwalk. I'm going to try again. It's open mic night. Anybody can do it. I encourage you people to do it. Get out there.
A lot of people are pussies, though. A lot of people will sit there and tell you that
I got half the town I grew up in looking for me. They want to punch me in the face. So there we go.
Did you grow up in Bellevue? Did you grow in Ohio? You can't talk about that.
Wait till I go to court. Wait till we go to court.
Cross his head off. You can't show that shit. But are you? Are you from?
I'm from.
Okay, I thought you were. I thought you were Ohio native.
People know me.
You're from the.
People know me.
You're kind of a big deal, huh? In this area.
I love that you said that. I love that.
It's kind of a big deal. I got Matt Strauss on the podcast. This is what I do, man. I sit here and I fucking smoke dope, and I have people come on here and bullshit with me in my new office. In my new, it's
I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I'm jealous, people. I'm jealous of this guy.
It's my a little studio that I got.
It's amazing. I love his studio, people.
It isn't much of a studio.
What? Stop downplaying it. This is the best.
If you had seen what I came from, what we started on a milk crate and fucking some recorder recording, dude. We
Don't let him shit you, people. He's got $1 million. This place is amazing.
yeah. If they know me, then they know I don't.
They don't know you. This is a radio show.
Yeah, you're right. If you know me, you know that I'm loaded. What can I say? I'm killing it, dude. I'm fucking rolling in the big dough. Got a couple Porsches in my fucking garage and chilling, man. My fucking backyard's flooded. It looks like a lake right now because all the rain we got. Isn't that ridiculous how much water is?
Can't make no money in the barbecue
right now?
business with this rain.
I bet not, man. You think about. I was thinking about this today. I'm not even a very religious person. I mean, I don't not believe in God, but
You can go to church with me if you want.
yeah, I don't not believe in God, but I'm not. I think religion. I think organized religion is kind of scary to me. That's a whole. That's a
Yeah,
topic
it's a
for
cult.
whole- That's what
It's a
I'm
cult.
saying.
Might as well be
And
a
that's-
cult.
And that's why I am very. I tread lightly around religion.
Hey.
But what I was thinking today is I was driving in my car and I seen all this fucking all the rainwater, and I was like, that was 2 days of rain. Look how flooded everything is after 2 days. Can you imagine 40 days and 40 nights like they talk about when the earth flooded? Like, can you?
Imagine that was pretty bad.
Yeah, can you imagine how
pretty bad.
crazy that would be? Like, we would all be underwater if it was something like that. Like, there's no saving you. It don't matter.
From what I heard, it killed everything.
Yeah. Can you? I don't even know, man. That's it is what it is. But if anybody's listening right now too, you can. The Skype's open. I know Joe Heyer is already fucking Skyping me.
My boss is listening, people.
He's already sending tweets and shit to me. But Skype is open, and if you guys did want to call in, if you had any questions for Matt, you can do that. I'm always encourage you guys to interact with the show and say shit. And I haven't even looked at the chat, but I don't know if you guys are in there or not. But is there anything that you wanted to address, Matt? Is there anything that you wanted to talk about with me that I see your little notebook full of all kinds of shit?
It's from my lawyer. My lawyer gave this to me.
That's your lawyer.
He said I got to keep it with me all the time.
Just in case?
Yeah. Oh, I got JIC.
JIC.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him on speed dial.
There's nothing wrong with that.
When I make enough money, he's going to be with me all the time.
So, and one more time, what night was that you're going to be in Norwalk again?
Every Tuesday.
Hear that gunshots?
Yeah.
There's fucking cannons going off.
Gunshots in...
I'm not far enough away from the hood.
Near the studio, people. Gunshots. We just heard them.
There's gunshots going on.
I don't miss living in Toledo at all.
People get smoked.
I used to live
every
here.
couple hours, man.
I used to live here.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta be careful.
I used to live in the ghetto, people.
Where exactly in Toledo did you live?
Oh, on the north side. The good side. That's where all them people live.
Where them people? was that some racism I sensed over there? Possibly. It gets scary, dude.
It's scary over there.
If you get to, I got somebody saying you need to open up a little bit. Your boss, I think.
No.
Yeah. So get this guy to open up. Laugh out loud. I want to hear you cry. I want you to cry on the RowdCAST for me.
No, I'm not going to cry the first time on the radio.
Tell me.
Let's save that for at least episode 4.
So you can't talk about any of litigations or what you did or
not till
why
after
you
Tuesday.
was in jail.
Not till after Tuesday.
Okay.
Not till after Tuesday.
We'll have to have you on next week then, so we can talk more about
We're
it.
going to build this up, Rowdy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I expect you to come back and talk with me, and because I'd love to see how it goes.
Yeah, me too.
Are you nervous about doing it?
Yeah,
Are you?
I haven't gone to court yet, so.
Well, I'm talking about.
Oh,
stand-up.
yeah, I'm talking about nervous.
I'm talking
nervous about stand-up? No.
So you don't get nervous going up in front of people
No.
or anything like that?
Nope.
Really?
Not anymore. Why? Why not?
That's what I'd
We
say.
only live once.
We
only live once.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you only get one shot to do certain things. Yeah, they're calling you. He's calling you a pussy. Joe's calling you. You calling me a pussy, Joe? Or are you calling Matt a pussy? That's the question.
He's allowed to. He's my boss.
Eat a dick. Snooties,
I'm not
you
gonna say
Snooties
that. He's my boss.
barbecuing motherfucker. It's delicious. Try it, people. Snooties is delicious.
It is. It's the best food on the land. I got to
It
figure
is.
out how to get people to stop on 250 there.
In northern Ohio, especially northwestern Ohio, you want some barbecue, you need to eat Snooties.
Absolutely.
That's no
it's the
doubt.
only food on the planet worth eating. I had it for lunch today myself.
I haven't had it in a while. I need to get some.
People don't know
I need to
missing.
get Joe. It's $40 too. But you said you live in Toledo. Where exactly again did you live in Toledo?
On the north side, off Summit Street, let's say.
So kind of scary.
Yeah, scary, real scary.
Scary area.
Scary.
Scary area. That's what I like to call that.
Yeah, it was cheap. The rent was cheap.
You have to be. It's like.
I'm sorry, I'm frugal.
This isn't racism at all. This is honesty. But you go to Reynolds Road and you cross Reynolds Road. That's like crossing the divide.
It's the other side of the tracks. That's what we call it.
It gets scary. Some people don't belong there. I don't belong there.
I don't belong there. Look at my head. I live
privileged-
there.
I'm a privileged white child from the suburbs of Cleveland. I'd say maybe not Sandusky, the suburbs of Sandusky. And yeah, I don't belong there, so I get scared. I gotta inspect houses there sometimes, and I mean, they steal the wires out of the wall. You ever seen someone pull copper wires out of the wall?
I've heard about it. I've heard these people do this. I've been to jail with them. They're called crackheads.
They kick the door in and rob all the copper out of the place.
And then they show up with the place to turn in metal with two
Yep.
steel
They're
bolts
just
on their truck.
dragging a bunch of copper electric lines. And cash in on them. That's a big old fat payday that you get there.
That's what these people do.
But even as much as I complain, there's some things about here. Yeah, here I don't even know if they're gunshots. You hear some sonic booms or something. Who knows what it is? But I mean, coming from Atlanta, I lived in Atlanta for 3 years before coming back here.
Wow. Toledo. You
yeah,
think
big
Toledo's
mistake.
scary, people?
Big
Atlanta's scary.
Yeah. But
Holy
you know
crap.
what? You know what? I was just telling my girlfriend the other day.
I used to drive truck. I've been there.
It is. There are some scary ass spots. But I was just telling my girlfriend the other day. I said I never felt as nervous in Atlanta as I do here. I don't know. I just go to certain spots. I'm like, get in the car.
Yeah.
Like in
have
Atlanta,
to.
like there's some spots where I'd lock
And
the
that
door.
doesn't make you a racist.
No, it
I'm
doesn't.
sorry. It doesn't make you a racist. It makes you human.
No. And I'm sure
You're looking out for thugs. You're not looking for any color. You're just
No.
looking out for thugs. They could be any color.
No, and like I said, it's 2015. I don't look at things like that.
Right.
It's like if I went into like a skinhead neighborhood and it was just
I don't wanna go there either.
Skinheads, I'm like, ain't get out of the car. That's not for me.
Nope. Nope. I'm good on that.
I don't look like people, and I don't belong here. So I'm just gonna keep on going. And I wouldn't expect them to stop in my neighborhood. But yeah, dude, you make me want to go and do open mics.
See?
It's
contagious.
It is contagious.
It's contagious.
It is.
You just got to get over that fear. It's like doing a book report.
So
You get up in front of
the first
class.
time though that you got up there, were you really nervous?
No.
No. So you didn't have any nerves at all?
No,
since
I
you've
wasn't
been doing
nervous, and I wasn't mad that it went bad or anything. I got lost. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said that, but you said it to me before that, not doing that maybe might keep you a little more focused.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And after that, I think it'll be easy. No
Yeah.
problem. No problem.
Yeah. Well,
I got this, people.
I think you do, man. And if you're out and about, and you're in Norwalk, you should go check Matt out, man, and say, hey, I listened to you on Roddy's podcast. I was on the RowdCAST, and
That would be awesome.
I'd like it if somebody would do that. Some people should check him out because I don't know. I haven't heard him do stand up, so I don't know how funny he is. But he's definitely got a passion for it, and he wants to do something. And even if it's just a hobby, man, this is a hobby to me. And you guys still listen to my shit. You guys still check me out. So why not listen to somebody else? Because you only live once. You only live once. So,
Exactly.
So give somebody else a chance and see what they're about. But are you good? Or you gotta go? Or
No, I'm
all right,
see
all
why.
right. Okay, I
Dayton
didn't know.
went
I didn't
to,
know if Dayton was giving you signals that you had to.
No, he went to
cut
smoke
you
a
off.
cigarette. The kid's got a habit.
He's got to smoke every.
I don't-
He's been sitting here for 15 minutes. Just
I was in jail. They
fingers.
took away cigarettes. I didn't have any, so I can sit forever and not
Oh, how
smoke
was
cigarettes.
that? How was that?
The only thing I wanted in jail was a cigarette, a coffee, and that's about it. That was about it.
That's all you really
Coffee and
crave?
cigarettes. Coffee and cigarettes.
Was
the
it-
rest of it, I mean, I could do without.
Just quitting it cold turkey. Did you have some problems with cigarettes?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
No.
Nah, because I'm smart
Mental.
enough to know
That's
it's
how
all,
I am,
it's
too.
all just in your head.
I just
it's all in
quit.
your head.
It's like, dude, I've quit smoking cigarettes
Yeah, I've
3
quit
or 4
before.
times, and
I've
I quit
quit
cold
before.
turkey, and I just stopped. People are like, how do you do that? Like,
It's just
without
mental.
having anything else, like chew or something. I don't need anything else. I just know I don't need a cigarette.
Absolutely.
And then now and then you might want one here and there, but
Right.
it is what it is. Yeah, I just stopped again. I think it's been like a month and a half. I haven't smoked. You smoking again?
Yeah, I love cigarettes.
Of course you would.
I love cigarettes. When I was playing basketball in jail, and we got to 4. I think the score was 2-2, and I was out of gas.
That's
I used to
real.
weigh 350 pounds. I'm a svelte 175 now, and I have been for a while, but I'm still not in shape. Terrible. Terrible.
I'm bad too, man. Especially cigarettes. Like you realize when you're smoking cigarettes, when you're
smoking's
not,
terrible
you're
for
just
you, people.
sucking
Give it
them
up.
in.
Give it up. Give it up.
It's like, oh, I'm good, man. I'm good.
But I love cigarettes.
Hey, she said, smoothies. Smoothies is the best. Tracy, I agree. Smoothies is the best.
That's my girlfriend, people.
Oh, hell yeah. You got some love. That's real love. If she comes on she even put a little pig snout. How cool is that? I didn't even know they had the emoticon. You're fucking rad, dude.
My girlfriend is the best with the emocons. Me and my daughter talk about it all the time.
Love it. Love it.
You know what my girlfriend's mad? She doesn't. You know when she's mad, she doesn't send a emoji or whatever the hell they're called.
You don't get a little smiley face winky, then you know you're in fucking trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Actually, I deal with the same stuff. But yeah, man, like what are some of your favorite movies? Like comedy movies. Which ones do you like? Who's your best in?
Pineapple Express. We were watching that
Yeah,
last night. My
clutch.
absolute. I got home. I was out of my mind, and my favorite part was on Pineapple Express is when Danny McBride is duct taped in the chair, and then they shoot him in the stomach.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
The whole fight scene with him when they're fighting him and putting his fucking head through the wall, and that's pretty classic.
Other than
That's about
that,
as
you
classic
got
as you can get.
The Big Lebowski. It's my absolute favorite movie.
Yeah, that's actually mine probably too. Tommy Boy is
Tommy Boy's very good. Very
Super
good.
Troopers.
Super Troopers, absolutely.
Classic. Yeah, I mean,
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. Eddie Murphy was so funny.
Early Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
After Dr. Dolittle, it was over.
He was pretty funny, man. Yeah, Dr. Dolittle was kind of, but when he did that first Nutty Professor that's a classic, man. So you dig it, huh? You dig the setup. It's kind of cluttered. It's kind of cluttered, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Studio's awesome.
You're welcome. You're welcome for me being so awesome, people, and you fucking and still doing this shit for free. I don't have any sponsors. I don't ask for any sponsors. I don't want any money. I don't want any donations. I don't want anything. I just do this because I want to fucking do it. There's no other reason. I just have a passion for it. If nobody listened, I mean, I know how many people listen every week. I do pretty decent. But if nobody listened, I'd probably still do this because I just enjoy doing it. And I enjoy having weird, cool people like Matt on with me. So I really want to come check you out, man. Hopefully maybe I can,
Cool.
I can come see you.
That's the same reason I'm doing comedy.
Yeah.
Exactly what he said.
It's just something you've always had a passion for. It's something that... It's like, and like you said, if nobody laughs, it's like an outlet for you.
Yeah, I got to do it. I got to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Laugh or not, I'm going to do it.
Yep. I understand that 100% because I feel exactly the same, and that's why I do this podcast. And it's crazy that how many people now are like you, like, hey, dude, could I come on? Would you talk to me? Blah blah. Would you want to have me as a guest? Could I say something? It's like, dude, yeah, open microphone. Come on and speak, dude.
Right.
Because a lot of people listen from this area, but people listen from all over. I have people all over the United States, people not even in this country that listen to this. So it's like, it's your platform.
Right.
Speak, dude. And
Talk.
some people, exactly, talk. And people will pass it on,
I'm a student of the game.
You got to be a student in the game. If you don't realize what that means and realize about like learning, like just especially like what you're saying about failing, like or not killing or just bombing, like you have to feel that failure and that like sense of damn, like in the pit of your stomach, and learn from that.
Absolutely.
If you don't, you're like those. All the greats and the greatest highs come from the lowest lows.
Absolutely.
Like that's 100%. And some people don't understand that because some people are kind of fed the silver spoon and the gold road is laid for them.
Yeah, I used to work for one.
Yeah. I know all about that.
I got fired, and now I'm selling barbecue. We'll talk about that later.
You got fired, so you're selling barbecue, but you're selling damn good barbecue.
It's the best barbecue in the land, people.
Snooty's
I love
barbecue
it.
is the best.
Jenny and Joe
barbecue.
are the best.
They are. They're saints. They're saints to put up with all these shenanigans that goes on in Bellevue, Ohio.
I know. Get out of that place. Get out of that place.
Do you know? Is it true that they're not going back to Florida?
Yep, we're not going back.
Really?
Nope. I drove them back for the last time.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep, we're getting a restaurant.
That's awesome. That's what Snooty's deserves, man. You guys are
A
killing it.
big restaurant. It's at the Rockin' Horse Ranch in Sandusky.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that building looks pretty sweet. I want to check it out and see how things are operating there. They're gonna have bands and stuff in there too? They'll have live bands?
Yeah, there was a guy in there today. I was slinging barbecue, and there was a guy in there today, Luther. I love him. I've seen him at Nowhere Tavern in Bellevue. Met him before. Love his music. I got his info somewhere here. But yeah, he was over there playing guitar. I was slinging barbecue. The bartender, Jen, she's cool. It's a great atmosphere. As soon as they get the place finished and get us a kitchen, we'll be there serving ribs and everything. Right now we got a limited menu, so
you don't have a full kitchen?
it's not a
right
full
now.
kitchen,
Okay.
but we're getting there. I think by October at the latest, hopefully sooner, will be the plan.
That's awesome, man. That's I can't wait. How long have you been working for Snooty's?
A couple weeks,
A couple weeks.
but I've been telling them for a few years now. Please hire me. Please hire me. Please hire me. And
Finally did. How many employees do the Snooty's have?
it's 5 or 6 of us.
Really?
Yeah.
It's grown from Joe and
Yeah.
Janet.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. You know,
I don't know how long. I don't know why it took me so long to count to 5 or 6, but
well,
I went to Bellevue. Sorry.
you did go to Bellevue. I went to Bellevue too, so I know what you're talking about. I'm not all there. There's a lot of crazy cats from our.
Oh yeah.
What year did you graduate in?
97.
97. So yeah, what I'm like, it's one thing about Bellevue, about the community, like all the heroin, man, all the shit that's going on there.
It's taking a dump.
It
The
used
town's.
to never. It is, man. It really has. It's so sad.
It's terrible.
So you've been there since 97, like since you graduated, you stayed around that area.
No, I lived in Toledo for a while.
Okay, yeah, you said
yeah.
that. Yeah, man. It just, to me, it breaks my heart. It's like that's why I don't. It's hard to be there sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question. Who would you vote for president?
Donald Trump, obviously.
No way. I really hope you're joking.
No.
You're really serious.
I'm dead serious.
Donald fucking Trump.
Donald Trump. Me, Donald Trump, and Yellow Wolf are going to have a big concert right before he becomes our president. That's my prediction. I'm going to open for Yellow Wolf, and then Yellow Wolf's going to open for Donald Trump.
That's a dream, man. That's a...
See? I got it all planned out, people. Somebody call Donald Trump right now.
Dude, Donald Trump, what's with Donald Trump's hair? Is that real?
Who cares about his hair? The guy's got plans for this country.
I mean, he's a genius.
He is a genius at making money. That's what this country needs. We need a financial dictator.
You might be right. You might have a point there. You might have some kind of point that
A bloody revolution or a financial dictator.
I don't think motherfucking Donald Trump is ready to run
Yeah, we need it. We need a
country.
Yeah,
We need someone to make
we
some
need
money,
it.
though.
We need it. The country's broke.
Yeah.
Broke, people.
You were right about that. We need some money bad. That's but Donald Trump, no way. But it's like Hillary's so corrupt.
You said no way. How you mean no way?
I don't know. I just can't. I can't.
Why?
I
Why
don't know.
not?
There's something about him. Like you said, we do need to make money. He would make money. The dude's a fucking genius when it comes to business and making money. But
You're making all my points for me, Rowdy.
But he, there's just something about him, man. He's a sleazeball. I mean, you got to be a sleazeball.
A sleazeball? Why?
I don't know.
Why is he a sleazeball?
He's Donald Trump, man. The way he talks, he's like with his hands, and he's like his little puppet mouth, and he's like, Donald Trump, fucking do this, yeah. See, the thing I'm gonna make some money.
What's that one show? The Voice. What's that one show? The Voice.
What the show?
Where the judges turn their chairs. We need to turn our chairs around backwards and not look at Donald Trump's dumb hair and just listen to the words coming out of his mouth.
Okay. All right.
You know, if people would just stop for a second, stop judging people, and listen, maybe we'll be in a better place.
I don't know if that's part of your comedy routine or if you're being serious. It's kind of hard to judge, but
that's why I don't know if what I do is comedy.
Well, you're making me laugh, so you're doing something right. Here's one for you. Here's a weird. What do you think is going to happen to California when they run out of water? How long do you think that's going to be? You heard anything about that? Do you know anything about California and them running out of water?
They're going to have big problems because, well, the whole country's going to have big problems.
Yeah, the whole country is going to.
Because that's where all the weed comes from, people.
You need to water your weed.
We get all our water from Alaska, which goes through Canada, and when
they tried to make a pipeline from the Great Lakes. They were trying to get a bunch of the Great Lakes states to jump on and let them pump our water to California.
You know who would get this done? You know who I would hire to do that project? Donald Trump. I bet he could get it done. He builds buildings all over the planet.
You know what they need? No, what they need to do, what I think they're working on, is they have to cycle in the salt water and turn it over, and then they use it as fresh water. They're working on shit. I'm sure there's some smart guy somewhere that's already figured that out and has already got a patent on it. But we already talked about the gay pride. We already talked about.
Don't listen to me.
But no, but seriously though, I was going to ask you, what do you think about the Confederate flag? What do you think? Do you think there's anything? I think this whole. I feel like right now.
What's going on with that? I don't watch. See, I've had a TV for 2 years.
It's be glad that you haven't, because a lot of it's just bullshit filler stuff. But my thing with it is, it just seems like all these little things that like, it's just like to distract you from the bigger picture of all the terrible things going on. But anyways, with this Confederate flag thing is, in some of the southern states, I know South Carolina is the major one that they're all wigging out about. On the Capitol building, the state building, they have the Confederate flag as one of their main flags flying. Right. So once this kid in the Carolina, I don't even think the kid was in South Carolina. I think it was North Carolina, but he shot up that church and killed a bunch of people.
I did hear about that.
He said it was race. He was going in there to kill killing black people. He's gonna start a race war and shit. And so then as soon as that happened, all these African American like leaders and stuff stood up and were like, "It's everybody's racist. They still flying the Confederate flag at the Capitol building. That needs to come down. Like we're not going to stand anymore. It needs to come down." So then everyone's like, "Oh, the Confederate flag, get rid of it!" And it's like banning it and from flying it anywhere.
It's the flag's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
They're selling it as it's the flag's fault.
No,
that's how I hear it.
Well, I still, I think like in a way, it's still, what it means to people is slavery and stuff, but in another way, it's still freedom. This country is supposed to be about freedom of speech and freedom of, to do what you want and your thoughts and stuff, to put them out there, and no one can take that from you. So it's like, it probably shouldn't be on the state building, but anybody should be able to fly that flag if they want to fly that flag. And it's the same thing as like, when people burn an American flag, we don't say shit. It's like, those people are burning a flag. It's like, we just let that go. Like, so you're going to make that big of a deal about the Confederacy? I don't know. It's just, the world is just so different. And it's like, and that's to be a comic, man. Everything's getting so politically correct. Like, you can't even get away with the slightest thing, and it's just, I mean, do you worry about? I mean, you're saying you're pretty clean, so you're already on the right path.
Well, no, that's why I hired a lawyer. Yeah, because words, words are like you were saying. You get in trouble for saying things, Yeah. So we gotta have a lawyer watch what I say.
Yeah, I need to get. I know I need to get a good lawyer too. I really need to work on that, because you never know with this. And the thing with the RowdCAST is, when I first started this, like, it was just, I'd get drunk at night. I'd get drunk, and I would turn on this recorder, and I would just rant for like a drunk 30 minutes or something, and then I'd put it up, and I went, oh, that was great, that was awesome. I was like, what? I'm like thinking, like, what an idiot. And and then it turned into this, and then it's like now I get like I got in trouble. It started getting so many followings and stuff on hits on YouTube. They sent me a thing that was like, I used to use like licensed music. I'd always start the podcast with a different song or something that kind of tied into a topic or something.
Right.
And they started banning it. And they would say, you're using licensed music from BMG Music Corporation. You can't do that anymore, blah, blah. You have to pay this fee or something. I'm like, dude, fuck that. So I started using all original scores and shit because, yeah, like, it sent me... And then, like, there's other people that send me these things that are like, we want to promote your podcast with our new app that's coming out, blah, blah, blah. You can do this. And it's like, why would I do that? Like, it's like they're all about money. Like,
right.
Oh, if you pay a little bit of this, we'll promote your podcast. You can do this and this. Like, I don't want money. Like, and I don't want to pay you.
Right.
Like, yeah, I understand to make it bigger, but that's not why I started to do this. Like I said, like I just, but that's the biggest reason I do this too is so I can say what I want. Because it's, I don't have a filter. I don't have a censor. I don't have a radio saying, "Oh, you can't say that. You can't do this. You can't." It's like I can do whatever I want. Absolutely. If I want to turn it on at 3:00 in the afternoon and go live and shout a bunch of shit from my living room, I can. It's but it's an outlet, dude. I understand what.
And
you're
that's
saying,
what stand-up comedy is. It's I'm going up there and it's the last place on earth you can go and say what you want and not get in trouble for it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna do it. I got a lot of crap to say. And I don't care whether you people like it or not. I don't care whether you laugh or not. I'm going to say it.
Well, keep saying it, bro. That's why I'm here too. Just guess what? I'm going to keep saying whatever I want to say too, and doing whatever I want to do. And I don't care if anybody likes it or not. I don't really give a shit.
Absolutely.
I don't really give two fucks because this is the RowdCAST. That's why it's called the RowdCAST because my name's Rowdy. And I have people on here, and I talk a bunch of shit, and I like to talk to interesting people and see what they do and get a little slice of their life for an hour, and that's pretty much what this is. So I think I might need to smoke a little bit more. You met the beast. You met my beast dog that was in there. He greeted me at the door. He's massive.
Huge dog.
Massive
Huge
animal.
dog.
He's only 102 pounds.
He's strong as an ox, though.
He's a muscle. That's what I call him. He's like a giant fucking muscle. But yeah, man, I'm really interested to see. I'm definitely gonna come see you do some stand up.
Sweet.
I think that would be.
I got one fan, people.
I think that would be the best idea. And then when I could come see you, then I could have you back on and we could talk about how it went and see. But
right.
I wouldn't. No matter what, I wouldn't give up because I can tell that. I can tell it's a passion to you and it's something that you want to do.
We haven't even got to the fat jokes.
I know, man. You got any? What's the best fat joke you got?
I don't know. People used to call me House, and they said that I had to paint on deodorant with the paint stick, with the paint roller. I was so fat. It was a paint roller with the stick on it.
I like that one. That one was solid. So you work tomorrow?
I don't know. I gotta text my boss.
We
gotta take a break so I can find out what time I work.
Well, it is good having you on, man. I really appreciate you coming, and I can't thank you enough. Like I said, I didn't think you were going to show, so because I've had about 2 or 3 other guests that get so pumped up and they want to get on. They got a message. They're going to do this. They're going to tell the world about this, and then they don't even end up showing up.
Oh, jeez! I was late because you gave me the wrong address.
I did. That was completely my fault. I take that one 100% was me. But to promo yourself one more time, you let them know where you're going to be at, when you're going to be there.
I would say right now, look for me Tuesdays at the Office Bar. You'll never know when I'll show up. I guess they got open mic night from 8 to 11. I like to be weird. I like to show up for maybe 5 minutes, and you never know when it'll be. So go there, spend your money, drink. I guess that makes them heavy. But, yeah, I'll be there Tuesdays, and then I'm preparing for this little thing. July 15th, they got an open mic night up in Toledo at the Funny Bone.
See, I think I'll probably be there.
I want you to go to that one.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. That's the plan.
Oh yeah, go to my website, people. NotBubbaComedy.com.
Yeah, check Matt out at notbubbacomedy.com. Check him out in Norwalk at that open mic. And hey, man, if you think that you got some comedy, you think that you can make some people laugh.
If you got any jokes, send them to me.
Yeah. If you got jokes, send them his way. He'll take them.
I'll take them. I'll work them. I'll give him some stuff and put them on stage.
And if you got anything to fucking say to me, you can send it. You can send it to me too. The Twitter. You can hit me up, the RowdCAST. But seriously, if you got feedback for the show, if you got questions you want me to ask Matt that I can get a hold of him, or when he comes back, we can talk about it. You can always use my Twitter. You can always message me on Facebook. You can always hit me up on Spreaker.com. I mean, how many ways? When this is over, it'll be available on YouTube. It'll be available in iTunes. So, I mean, I really haven't given you any way to get out of listening to my show. So you should listen to my show.
It's easy.
But,
it's easy. People just do it.
You can't really make any excuses anymore. I've covered all the basics.
It's easy. So have I. You can find me at NotBubba on Twitter and, Facebook.com/NotBubba. NotBubba is where you find me. I put it into Google myself. It's like third on the list.
What is Bubba Comedy?
Not Bubba. My nickname used to be Bubba, and I lost all the weight, so it's not Bubba.
Gotcha. So you used to. That's something we didn't even talk about. You lost much weight, huh?
Yeah.
How much weight?
I lost a person.
I lost 85, but I've
175.
probably gained about 25.
I lost about 175 total.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
That's like double what I lost.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I lost a person.
I thought that's pretty awesome. Awesome.
And
man.
now I get to make fun of fat people.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I did too. When I lost all that weight, they were like, "What?" They're like, "Dude, you're ripping on fat. You used to be fat." I'm like, "Yeah, I can now. I was fat there. Once.
I was fat once.
I was once.
I can make fun of all you people now.
I lived through it, motherfuckers. But
that's great.
But yeah, check Matt out. I think he's funny. I can't wait to see him do this shit live. Thank you for coming on, man. Thank you for being live with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having the balls and not being scared. If you can go up on stage, you can
I encourage everyone to do it.
Thank you.
Grow some balls and get behind a microphone and say what you got to say.
Yeah, come on the fucking RowdCAST and say something, you fuckers, because this is where this is my platform, and this could be your platform too if you got something important enough to talk about. Again, man, I'm gonna come see you. Can't wait till July. I'm gonna definitely be there. Check out open mic night, and maybe I can get the balls enough one day to do an open mic night. Just even step up there would be awesome.
I will come see you.
Well, and we gotta say, Dayton.
My driver, everybody,
Dayton, thank you for being in the studio on the RowdCAST. Also, I appreciate you coming. I love everybody that listens to me. I love all you guys. You guys are my best fans. Thanks for everything. Keep fucking repping me. Keep putting my name out there. Matt, please tell people about my show.
Absolutely.
Get people interested. And, I like to talk about what people are interested in and what people want me to talk about. And I like people to interact. I like when the people are chatting up here. And the Twitter's always open and the Skype's always open so we can talk live. And I'd love to take your calls. So thanks again. Another Sunday night. Another awesome RowdCAST, I think. So make sure you download it and check Matt out. So thank you, and we're going to shut it off from there. Love y'all. Peace.